They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Turning it on! Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, a running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some bounds and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
29 Philly. Johnson looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Moore. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you can just boom, put on a line, it's really nice to have here.
The Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Use the play fake, now to throw. Complete to the right. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
It's a really nice catch there, and I know LSU goes by the moniker of DBU, but you take a look at all the draft picks they've had in recent years, and with this guy and his talent, they may be getting consideration soon of joining teams like Alabama and Ohio State for wide receiver U. This guy is really good.
Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Johnson wants to throw it. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on 3rd down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So,
touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Quick stride through the air for the score.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculated down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on 3rd down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup, accurate throw, and they get paid.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Out of the end zone. Makes a move. Goes out of bounds at the 44, but sets his terrific return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Quickly complete. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. And that one's incomplete. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
Looks as if Auburn will have enough for the first down. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play sprint, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. To throw, it's Knight. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outdo the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, he'll be forcing it a little bit.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the grab. It's Moore. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. They'll leave it with him. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy, but he's got a head of steam. Boy, he is hard to bring down.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Branch. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Johnson looking to throw. Oh, they're after him. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Hauls it in, looking for space. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. He'll do it himself. Sweet cut there. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Takes a handoff. It's Watson. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
This guy's a game changer at the running back position, man. And don't you just feel like you have to be if you're going to be toting the rock at Auburn? Bo Jackson obviously won a Heisman Trophy. Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown on the same team at the same time. And then Tank Bigsby here in recent years, too. Physical runners, but they also had speed. They were the total package, and I think this guy fits right into that category.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Watson. Right down the gut of the field. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Auburn. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Eastern Michigan is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 14 to Bowling Green. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Caught behind the line. It's Durham. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
The screen, he's got wheels. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the 2nd quarter. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Still running at the 40. He's loose. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So here comes the Auburn offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Back to throw, it's Knight. Trying to beat the D deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
That's a really good play. That's a bomb. That's thrown way down the field. A lot of time for me to do what? Get a little bit handsy, get my hands, force a PI. Stayed calm, did a nice job staying the course, got his hand on the football for the deflection.
They'll run play action. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Working on the right. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. To the air on 1st down. Looking down the middle. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Off play action. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Bringing it back. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Oh, and the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
Nice run. Great job by the running back. Making a cut, getting north-south, getting some positive yards. Now setting up a 4th and short decision for you. What do you got on deck? What are you going to call?
Trying to keep the drive alive. Breaks the tackle. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
4th and short, a lot of times you know what's coming. I know what's coming. Who's going to be more physical? They give it to the running back. O-line does their job. Nice pickup on 4th and short.
Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. It's complete to the left. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Grabbed behind the line. It's Howard. Touchdown, Tigers. A great catch and run for 6.
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, and knocked it right down the middle. They didn't have to cover a ton of ground, moving at 33 yards. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Now the toss. Nice move to keep running. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Johnson wants to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Branch. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback. You're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. He got loose. Almost housed it. Finally dragged down at the 32. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another one.
The give from the gun. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. And with that last carry, into triple digits. Over 100 yards for the day.
And he's showing you power. He's showing you speed. He's showing you make you miss. He really is showing you he's a complete back. And by the way, it's still the first half.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Johnson looking to throw. Here's a heat. Looking for the score. Throw into the end zone. And it's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's a frustrating play right there. Like, the protection was really, really good. Jesse, quarterback holds on to the football, has time, and then makes a critical mistake over the middle of the field.
And he's just staring his guy down for way too long. There was the defender that had a beat on him from the get-go, and he makes him pay. That's a mistake you don't expect to see that quarterback make.
They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Looking downfield on first down. Right down the middle. He makes the catch. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
So now it's second and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Working that left side now. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Dropping back, it's Knight. He uncorks one deep. He's got it inside the 15. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's first down in the red zone at the 10. The Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. It's caught. Gashes the heart of the knee. Pass the tap. Touchdown, LSU. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
And the extra point was good. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Looks like he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air, it's Knight. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. Bringing it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Maybe a adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think, again, if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
To the air on second down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put Reese.
Oh, he's got some space. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here in the game.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, this offense, if you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
So now with first and goal, let's see what LSU does here. He wants to change this route. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run it on first and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense, and that's a great start here in the second half. Like, coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Johnson wants to throw it. Dumps it to the back. Got a man. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, a short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Catch in the middle, it's Thompson. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
To the air, it's Knight. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. He's now up to 58 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season. They'll give it to him again. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football success.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Johnson looking to throw. Unleashes one. Complete to the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
That's a really nice job holding that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all 3 levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Use the play fake, now to throw. Bring in the heat. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Durham. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Now facing a 3rd and long. Trying play action. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. And he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Quarterback on the keeper. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Off the play fake. Going to take a shot at this DB. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle, jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
They boot it away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Johnson wants to throw it. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the fourth quarter by one possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
Looking for a crease, it's Watson. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle, it's Howard. Breaks into the open. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Nice job by the tight end making the catch and playing physical. You're a big body guy, man. Make him feel that. Nice job breaking an extra tackle, getting some extra yards for his team.
Wide receiver going in motion. He'll pull it on the read. Bust through behind his pad. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth, and the stage will be set for a great finish. Defense showing blitz here. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Tell you what, when you get inside the 3, I think your tendency is to run the football, run the football, run the football. The offense, try to change it up a little bit, maybe try to throw it. I don't like it, and obviously it didn't work, but at least you got a few more downs here to try to make up for it.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Fires into the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down.
Third and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
Looking to throw, it's Knight. They get to him as he throws. And that one is picked up in the end zone. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long. Whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages, it just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
From the gun, the ground game. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
On the direct snap, it's Branch. Got enough space. Touchdown LSU. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. So here comes the Auburn offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback,
Breaks away in the middle. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. Auburn to the line in a hurry. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
no doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. Games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Back to pass, it's Knight. Snagged in the middle. It's Thompson. They knock him down, but not before he picks up a first down for Auburn.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they missed an opportunity for a nice play on first down. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Unleashes to the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The give to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Those are the kind of plays in the second half you have to make. This back has had plenty of success. He's gotten a lot of touches. Now, defensively, we got to show him things are about to be different.
Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big